What's up, Leon? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys. So we just finished Leo season, so I really hope you guys had a blast. I really hope you lived it up. I'm friends with so many Leos, and I just feel like the celebrations and everything were so beautiful. Shout out to Pink Pineapple Tarot. I know it was her birthday too, and she's such a beautiful soul. So good stuff, guys. Now, I did put a post in the community section that talks about the bonus reading that I'm going to give you guys. So you guys, if you haven't voted on that, you definitely still have time to. I'm going to post those bonus readings after I do love for everyone this month, and you guys will be able to pick out of the readings, and then the top two most popular ones, those are the ones that I'm going to post for you guys. Okay, so this will be your mid-month. Okay, so let's see what's been going on, and what we can expect around the middle of September as well. Okay, so what is going on with the sign of Leo for this mid-month, August 2018? What is going on with the sign of Leo? What is going on with the sign of Leo? August mid-month 2018. Okay, guys. Okay, so we have past, present, and we have future. Okay, so the energy that we have here is the Four of Wands in the reverse. So there could be a sense of instability with, that you guys feel in something that you should be stable in. But this could also be a transition that you find to be just a tad bit uncomfortable for you. Okay, we have the Three of Swords in the reverse, and we have the Two of Cups, okay, followed by the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So what this means for me is that there could be some sort of pain that you guys may be suppressing towards someone that you feel closely binded to, okay? It doesn't have to be a lover. It could be a friend, family member, okay? So let's see what's going on. Now, starting with your past, we have the Seven of Swords. So with the Seven of Swords, secrets, shadiness, somebody trying to hide something or not be, fully out in the open with it. Why is the Seven of Swords here? We have the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So with the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, maybe some of you get into a relationship or reconcile with someone and you're trying to keep it on the low. For others, you could be going through a situation where you're keeping a secret and someone else is keeping a secret, but someone here is being a leech. Somebody's energetically trying to drain another person. Okay, let's pull one more card here to get a clearer story. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. So with the Seven of Wands in the reverse, there's a situation that just has far too much adversity, and you guys get to the point where that Leo switch goes off and you really just have to give up on something and just kind of let it go out the window. All right, and I really feel like it was just you guys just roaring through this, because with the Sun card and with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, first off, this is going to be your energy. Two, this is you guys cutting out anything that's going to be detrimental to you so you can have a realistic new start minus the bullshit, okay? But while you're going through this, there can definitely be a loss that you were feeling, but there's definitely someone in the situation that was being very fake and dishonest, okay? Now, the next card that we have for your past, we have the Death card. So something is ending so something new can begin. But the Death card, it simply just means a big change that's happening in your life. Why is this Death card here, and what does it mean? We have the Six of Swords, so something's over. There's something here that you have to move away from, even if it's something that's really painful for you. And we have the King of Wands. So you guys do this, and it could be painful, but you do it powerfully. Okay, and that is what I love about the Leo energy, that you guys are just so freaking resilient, and you get through things where you make it look easy sometimes, even if you're truly dying on the inside. Okay, but there's just something that you know that you have to remove yourself from in order to focus and in order to move forward in a wise way. Okay, so, you know, the last card for your past, you have the Star card in the reverse, so something that you're definitely losing faith in here. Okay, so let's see why this is here. You have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So for some of you, it could have been regarding a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn energy. We have, did the Hermit come out for you guys? I believe it did at the bottom of the deck, but with the Hermit, that's Virgo. So maybe some of you specifically were dealing with the Virgo. But maybe someone stops talking to you or you stop talking to them. But the general energy of this card is somebody who they kept trying and trying to get something particular out of a situation, but it's like they had to keep going back to the drawing boards and they still weren't getting what they wanted. So, you know, it was insanity after a while, so you guys just kind of lose faith in it. Or maybe someone loses faith in you, okay? And we have the Moon card in the reverse. So here, if there's any sort of secrets, everything's out on the table. If there's anything you didn't know, now you know. For a lot of you too, you know, this could have definitely brought on a sense of spiritual awakening, especially if you're going through some sort of pain, because that's what's going to be the catalyst to just awakening and going about things in a much more mindful way. Okay, but we have the Justice card in the reverse. So something that wasn't fair for somebody, whether it was cheating, whether it was something that didn't happen in your favor, whether it was something that you saw as unfair, you know, just something that you had to move away from. For a lot of you, maybe someone from the past came back into your life that you actually gave a chance to, that you tried standing your ground and making a change with this person and having a new start. So for some of you, maybe that's where the injustice was coming from. For others of you, maybe you just had to let go of something and now you're starting, you know, or you want to try again with someone else. Okay, if this has nothing to do with love, maybe it's going back to an old job. Maybe it's, you know, reconciling with an old friend and trying to just be cool again and, you know, get through life together. Now, in the present moment, guys, the first card that we have is the Nine of Cups. Happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment, feeling like you have everything that you want and more with the situation, or just in general. Okay, and we have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Very interesting. Let's pull one more card to see why that's there. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so there's definitely a huge change happening here where there's a new start that somebody decides to take. Someone is ecstatic about this new start. Someone else is not so happy to see this happening. Okay, or this could be a situation, because with the Ten of Cups in the reverse, this could be something that's very unstable where someone could be faking things as well. So if you guys aren't leaving one thing to go to another, and you guys know that you're truly invested in what you're starting, you have to ask yourself, is this truly something good? Or am I just out here playing house with this person? Is this something that I'm just creating in my mind? Or that they are trying to give me some sort of illusion of happiness and cohesiveness when it's not necessarily there? Okay. Now, the next card for your present moment, also the center of this entire reading, where every card is going to connect to this, we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So you guys could be dealing with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini who's coming off in this way, or maybe this is your energy. But there is somebody here who is going to be super defensive, who is going to really be so quick about cutting out anything that just doesn't make sense for them anymore. But, you know, if this is your energy, just be careful, because this is someone that can find a problem that's this big and find a way to make it this big. So it's someone who could really amplify a lot of shit, okay? Let's find out why this Queen of Swords in the reverse is here. But whoever this is, they feel, you know, scorned. They feel bitter. And we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So guys, there's definitely a harsh sense of communication that could be happening with you and another. It could be, again, because it's a very strong air energy, someone towards you, or just you giving someone a piece of your mind. And, you know, the Page of Swords is my favorite communicator because they're so straightforward and they're going to tell you exactly what's on their mind and how things are. But in the reverse, they're just going to be unnecessarily cruel about it. Or it could be you guys being unnecessarily cruel towards another person. But definitely, you know, a lot of tension in this that I'm feeling. And we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. So at the center of all of this, you guys, yes, you're trying to be resilient. But you have to understand, especially if this, you know, let me try to pick this up. Especially if you guys are in a place where, you know, something is causing you to be this way. Your biggest enemy in this month, you know, going into the next, is going to be a mental thing where you could feel trapped, okay, on something that's happening, but you're not really in harm's way. You have a blockage between you and that fire behind you, okay? This is also a sense of, you know, look at the swords around this person. They can literally just walk forward and they're out. So it's all mental. This is putting us, you know, putting ourselves through this mental agony when it doesn't have to be there. So if this is you feeling this way, or if it's someone else feeling this way because of you, just make sure that you're not so focused on what didn't work out and what felt shitty. Make sure that you're focused on, okay, what's the solution? How can I get out of this? How can I do better? How can I take over? Okay, how can I have control over myself? Okay, so really having to be resilient here, and, you know, a new start that you see going on. But just be careful, because if this new start is with someone from the past, there could be a sense of, you know, someone just being unjust, not doing things by the book. And with the Fool card in the reverse, something here that just wouldn't be a good idea. So I really feel at this point, guys, the universe is going to be testing you, because there will be someone that you're in communication with that is manipulative, and that's going to cause a betrayal. Or it could be you guys. So really just, you know, make sure you're checking in on your energy before you put it out into the world, because karma is real, and whatever it is that we put out, it comes right back to us. And the thing about karma is, you know, it's not as simple as, oh, if I cheat on her today, she'll cheat on me tomorrow. That's not always how it works. Karma works in a way where it really wants to learn its lesson. So if you cheat on someone, or if someone cheats on you, it's not that it's necessarily going to happen in the reverse the next time. The way I've seen it happen over and over and over again is that, let's say someone treats you like shit. Let's say they're not that into you, okay, and they do all these foul things. You might not necessarily be in power to make them feel that same pain, but you know when they will feel it? When they find someone that they're head over heels with. When they find something that they're like, yes, I'm willing to drop everything. That's it. I got it. I'm going to marry you. Let's do this. That's the person who fucks you over. Karma doesn't come at the convenience of the person hurt. It comes in the form that is truly going to teach a lesson to the person who put it out there. Okay, so it doesn't always come back right away, but when it comes in hard. So that, for that reason, me myself, I'm just very, very careful with what I put out, because if it's not coming back from that person, it will come back in a direction that it will really affect me in a negative way. So whether you're going through this, you know, if someone's making you feel this way, karma is not your job, okay? Let the universe handle it. But if you did, you know, put someone in that place, just try to do your best to kind of clear up any sort of negative energy around it, okay? Now, the last card that we have for the present moment is the High Priestess. So you guys are in a place where you are going to be so intuitive. You don't need to see text messages or see proof of anything going on. If your gut is telling you something, that's all you need. Nothing more than your gut. Why is this High Priestess here? You have the Five of Swords. Okay, so definitely a conflicting situation where you're completely aware of the truth. Okay, but you could either be the person who's, you know, standing there with their sword in the air and saying like, yeah, I got this, who wants it? Or you can be like those people in the back that are kind of running away from battle, okay, and just kind of cowering away. So it's more of a, how are you going to get yourself out of this? Are you going to, you know, be standing in all of the fumes and ashes and, you know, smoke with your sword ready to take on another battle? Or are you just going to retreat and feel like you've lost so much? You guys are fucking Leos. you guys don't ever stand there, you know, letting somebody else look at you, you know, like you're defeated. There's always something to get out of a situation. And with you guys being literally one of the strongest signs, remember that shit, okay? I feel like I was definitely a Leo in the past life because I fuck with you guys heavy. I tell you that every single reading. All right, and we have the Nine of Swords. So again, just a continuation from the Eight of Swords. Your biggest enemy is your mind. The biggest enemy is you thinking of all these things that probably aren't even happening. But it's like you're kind of, you know, just really overthinking things. This is like if we get heartbroken or if we're sad, it doesn't help to listen to breakup music, you know, it's just going to put you in a more lower mood. So whatever this is, try not to give energy to it. Give energy to something that'll make you feel better, okay? Because there's something here that just wasn't worth the risk, something that was not worth getting into with the Fool card in the reverse. If you would have continued forward with this, it would have been something that you're like, shit, you know, how do I continue? Now, moving forward into the future, guys, the first card that you have is the Five of Wands. So with the Five of Wands, arguing, bickering, pettiness, okay? A lot of tension here. With the Five of Wands, it's usually a situation involving 3 or more people, okay? And a sense of betrayal. But this is something you already knew. If you get into it, it's because you chose to at this point, okay? And I say that with love because I'm always going to give you guys tough love because I know you can handle it. Now, I know this is going to sound funny because I'm a tarot reader, but I personally don't like getting my cards read because I don't like knowing my future. It makes me super anxious, okay? But anytime that I feel I have to, and anytime I do get read, and I see something that I don't like in my future, I put it on everything that I love. That anytime I have gotten read and I saw something negative, I have dodged it every single time. If I know that there's a car accident coming for me that day, I'm not getting in the car. And I'm not saying I've ever read that. That's just an example. If someone told you today, hey, if you drive there, you're going to have to pay $2,000 to get your car fixed. Are you going to go out that day? Hell no. So if there's something that you're aware of, if there's something or someone that you're fighting with and having tension with, and then you're still fighting and someone feels betrayed, come on. You guys are smarter than that. All right? So don't put yourself in that position if it's something you can definitely avoid. All right? And you have the Page of Wands. So with the Page of Wands, this could be something that comes in because you choose to kind of, you know, reach out to someone that maybe there can be a lot of tension and problems around them. All right? So there's, you know, certain things where you shouldn't go looking for it because there is a new start that you may decide that you want. For some of you, maybe it's with the Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But there's something about this that's very chaotic, okay? Where eventually I feel like you're going to have to move past it due to a third-party situation. You have the Three of Cups in the reverse. You have the King of Cups in the reverse. All right? And the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So this is a hot fucking mess, guys. I love y'all, but this is a mess. Don't get into it, okay? Lover's card in the reverse, whether it's a job, a cousin, a lover, whoever this is, you might be better off just taking a hiatus from this, taking a step back and saying, you know what, let me go run my jungle. Let me go do what I have to do, okay? Now, the next card for your future is the Three of Wands in the reverse. So you guys aren't waiting on something anymore. You don't feel like you can expand with it anymore. So you kind of just turn your back on it. We have the Ace of Cups. So you either stop waiting on a new start, or maybe for some of you, you stop waiting on it because something new comes in. Okay? And we have the Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, okay. All right, y'all, let's talk about this. So, whether you're reaching out to a person or a situation from the past or they're reaching out to you, there is going to be the sense of, you know, let's reconcile, let's talk, let's get back into each other's lives, let's start a new chapter. I accept your offer. Or maybe there's someone making you an offer and you're saying, you know, yeah, let's do this. But with this new thing coming in, eventually it's going to have to get cut out, okay? Because there's going to be too much bullshit attached to it where you're going to have to go on solo mode. You're going to have to be the hermit and just kind of retreat, okay? With the Queen of Cups, maybe it's with the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but despite what it is, it's going to cause a loss, all right? So that's the universe's test to see if we're ready for something genuine in our life. Right before there's about to be a breakthrough and you feel like, oh my God, that was shitty, I learned my lesson. That's when that lesson comes back in, and the universe is just kind of chilling there with some tea, a hermit frog, and some popcorn, and they're like, let's see what happens. And if they see you go back into it, you know, that's when they kind of scream back, stop the, you know, stop manufacturing that, stop, you know, all of this. They're not ready. Stop it, stop it. You could have something good as long as you've learned your lesson. Okay, so there's just something that's too messy for y'all. And y'all are too smart and too powerful to get caught up in bullshit like this, okay? Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, it's just not going to go well. It's something that, you know, shit is really going to hit the fan if you continue. You have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse, so it just is not going to go the way that you guys expect. It's just something that you really need to guard yourself against. And we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. So whether it's you going back to someone or someone coming back to you, there's just not a genuine energy here. Okay, so if it's you going back, you have to say, why am I doing this? Am I scared of being alone? Do I feel like someone else won't want me? Which is bullshit. You guys are magnetic as fuck. But, you know, do I feel like nobody else will want me? Do I feel like I need this person for this, that, and the third? Do I feel like I need this job? Do I feel like this cousin is good for me just as an influence? Okay? And you really have to question why you're going back, because most of the time it's out of fear. Okay, and if this person is coming back into you, you know, towards you, again, this is the universe testing you, because they're not truly there with you. They see you as a convenience. They're coming to you because it's a convenient time for them. Okay, but this is not someone that can be relied on. Okay, they might seem very reliable, but at that point they're not. Okay. All right, Leos, so let's see what oracle card is going to pop out for you. Okay, but yeah, you guys are such powerful people. So I'm not worried about y'all, okay? There's always things that come into your life to make you kind of like check yourself in a sense and make sure that you're on the right path. But it's just something that I feel is too, I don't know, too problematic, guys. All right, so we have Oracle Visions of Visions by Caro Marchetti, okay? So let's see what oracle card pops out for you. What guidance does the sign of Leo need for August mid-month? Okay. Wow, this is so beautiful. All right, so you guys have the number 3. Here, let me hold it here so you guys don't see my band-aid and my cut. But yes, so the number 3 here, it just looks like someone who's very pensive and really just trying to find strength in a situation. But let's see what this card is about. I don't believe I've pulled it out before, but we'll talk about it, guys, all right? Dreams, meditation, spiritual escape. Some colors exist in dreams that are not present in the waking spectrum. Our dreams provide us with an alternate reality. Limitless and unfettered, we are free to soar with angels or sink to the depths of demons. To imagine, to create, to escape the norm, to wonder and ask what if, and to awaken refreshed and question why not. A jester rests atop a magical box prop, her costume a nightcap and slippers. It is a time now for rest and escape. Around her float magical dream catcher nets, which capture her drifting, elusive imagination. Climbing up to the adjacent pole are a variety of creatures, each symbolically associated with dreams in different cultures. Be wary of dreams and interpreting them falsely. They may be true visions or merely mirages of the truth that will send us further from reality. Okay? Remember, guys, in the middle of the reading, it showed the 9 of Cups, where there's this huge sense of happiness. But then the 10 of Cups in the reverse was right next to it, which could be kind of like that card of like playing house, or someone just really faking how happy they truly are in a situation. Okay, so there's really just something here where you guys have to be aware. Is this real? Is this true? Or am I pushing it, you know, into a box of the reality that I feel that I want? Okay, because I feel like there's just someone just really, really playing with you. And I'm going to look at the bottom here, because I've been looking at the energies of these cards and what it is that they provide. Okay, and you guys have the number 23 here. Okay, so just a very beautiful card. So let's see what the energy is while you guys are in a place where it's just like, you know, is this real? Is this not? What direction should I take? And you have providing shelter. Home is a shelter from storms, all sorts of storms. Okay, so it's saying our relationship with our natural world is at its lowest ebb. And as humans, we are becoming increasingly detached. Our physical lives may have been more comfortable by our technical advances, but our spiritual lives may be diminished. A woman transforms her body with a symbolic tree as she offers support and safety to nature. The sincerity of her offer is accepted and returned with complete trust. A warm glow is generated from the interaction, and in the distance a unicorn notices and looks on approvingly, but ironically there is a sad poignancy in his attention. Is it that this natural creature has seen so few of such acts? Despite the overall trend, there's hope in that we are at least aware of our damaging imprint and an increasing acknowledgement and desire to redress the imbalances. Wow, so guys, this is really powerful. You've just gone through such a, I feel like it's been such a chaotic time, okay? Where when we come out of something that's that drastic, instead of just moving forward or jumping into the next best thing that we find, okay, whether it's a hobby or a person or a new job, whatever, a lot of people fail to kind of have that pause, to kind of have that, retreat, as in, which situation do I need to move in, okay? Right now, the best approach that I really feel will help you guys is to take a step back. Don't worry about how the world is going to view you. Don't worry about the urgency to build something. If you are not in a good place, good things will not come to you. If we go out looking for things, whether it's a job, a new lover, a new home, whatever it is that you're looking for, and you just have a shitty vibe about you because of people who may have lowered your energy, or situations that you allowed to come into your life that lowered your vibration, your vibration, things are not going to go well. Okay, I know that you guys are so magnetic, and naturally you guys don't have to say much to convince people that you're about it. But in this case, I feel like if you go out with a lower energy, that's going to be something that you attract. And if you meet a lover right now, or if you meet, this new opportunity, or someone that's offering you this great opportunity within business or something, I just don't feel like it's going to develop in a sincere place. So take a step back. Okay, it's not that you're at a standstill. It's not that you're necessarily in a hiatus, because every day you're going to get up. There's things that, just as adults, we have to get done. We have to do. But just don't pressure yourself to jump into something so quickly. Okay, I've been saying it like thousands of times today, but the energy in which we're at when we start something new will set the precedent of how it will continue or how it will end. Oftentimes when people are in low places and they get into something quickly and they don't put much thought into it, most of the time that's how it ends, drastically and quickly. Okay, if you want something to last, if you want something to be good, you really have to take your time with it. If you've just gotten yourself into a shitty situation, or maybe you put someone there, there's this sense of having to look in the mirror and say, where was I when I attracted this? What was I going through mentally? What was I going through physically? What was I going through emotionally? And take that step back. Okay, I know I'm always suggesting, meditation, because it just does so much for me, but try a guided meditation, or whatever it is in life that really makes you whole, that really makes you complete, regardless of what you're going through. Go to that. Okay, for me in the past it was dance. If I was going to be heartbroken, or if I had to make a tough decision, I would make that decision right before dance class or dance practice. Okay, and 3 hours later when I'm out, I'm completely over it. Dance just took me over. So whether it's meditation, swimming, running, just working out in general, just, singing, creating, writing a book, whatever it is, immerse yourself. All right. And something that I really, really suggest, that, I might have suggested this to you guys before, but when I did it, it was so powerful and it had me left in tears. Look at a guided meditation to meet your future self. Okay. And it's just the walkthrough of it. I wouldn't suggest doing it in a position where you guys can fall asleep. Okay, if you're laying down at night and you're tired and it's been a long day, it's probably not the best for you. So just make sure you're sitting up and you're in a place where you can really be attentive to this, because those guided meditations, you can fall asleep like that. But be present, and it will walk you through this long process and this long journey that you take, but you'll finally see her, or you'll finally see him. And it is just such a humbling thing, because it's like when you talk to your future self, how are they viewing you? What are they warning you against? What do they look like? Are they successful? Are they homeless? Are they doing something powerful? Have they self-sabotaged their entire life? And sometimes you're not ready for the person you're going to see when you turn the corner. But I feel like it's a very powerful thing, and that is something that we should definitely do. Okay? So, guys, this is powerful. But you guys can get through this. You guys are, you know, the most powerful sign of the zodiac. Okay, so I love y'all. You know, thank you so much for liking, for subscribing. Make sure that you guys vote in the community section for your bonus reading if you have not already. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's High Vibrations 44. And for anyone looking for a personal reading, you know, I've said it 1,000 times, but I took a lot of time off this summer, so I'm still in a place where I'm catching up, and I really want to be realistic about, you know, the time that is going to take me to get readings out, because I'm just one person. So right now, the wait time is anywhere from 3 to 4 full weeks, just until I get caught up and I'm back on my A game again. But if you guys do need to hear from me quickly, there are 3 ways to do so. One, you can go to my website. Everything will be in the description of this video, where you can get an emergency reading. With those, you will hear from me within 2 days at most. So you hear from me very, very quickly. But I've been very, very good about them. I usually get them out in way less than 24 hours. And then 2, I do have same day questions. So on my page, it's just $10, guys. You go on it, you just ask one question, whatever it is you want to ask, and I will send you a video response that's about 2 to 3 minutes with your answer. Okay. 3, for iPhone users, I am on an app called Instant Go. So on that app, I usually, again, respond within a day or 2. Same price for the question, okay, but I will get back to you, you know, within a day or 2, and you guys could ask me anything, or you can call me and we'll go ahead and we can do a reading there. Now, in regards to calls, if you guys want a live session with me, you would have to get an hour or longer if you're getting it on my website. Now, on Instant Go, you do have the option to call me. It'll come directly into my phone, but that's kind of like my last resource, okay? Until I'm caught up with the readings that are already bought and paid for, I'm not going to be picking up any calls, because I really need to tend to the people who have been waiting on me already, okay? So if you want to talk to me, purchase an hour emergency or the regular hour, and then we can set up a Skype, Zoom, we can do a WhatsApp call, or if you guys are in the States, I can call you directly, but I will block my number, okay? But I love y'all. I'm sending you so much strength, and I will be back with love to see what's been going on in the month of August for you. But I hope you guys had a great birthday. I hope you took that shot of tequila for me. So, all right, Leo, you guys got this. Take care.